Welcome to Circus Charlie, even though the title for some reason is missing. So, there's 5 different things you gotta do in this circus. And here we go. Hello? Alright, the first one, oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah, this ROM I'm using has some issues. But anyway, you start out on the back of a lion and you have to jump through rings of fire and jump pots on fire. Now, each area typically has some kind of bonus. In this one, it's a smaller ring with a money bag. And since I'm a fancy clown, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, the trick is to figure out, can I keep running and jumping, or do I have to back off? That one I could have maybe gone. Your lion has more hops than you think a lion would have, but, you do what you got to do to stay alive. That's the most important part. You can't score points when you're burning your lion's crotch, right? Because you can do some nasty stuff to your lion in this game. No doubt about it. Oh, that was closer than it needed to be. And we jump through there. We jump that one. And then we don't run into that pot like a moron. Yeah! You hear that cheering? You may be saying, that sounds like Konami. Well, I think this is a Konami game, but it's hard to say because these rip-off carts, 76 and 1s, don't list the names correctly. Because they're stealing them, they feel bad. So next is a tightrope where you gotta jump a bunch of monkeys who have waving white butts or something, like toilet paper still stuck to it. But that's the way things go. You may be saying, well, this looks really easy. And it is really easy. However, you occasionally get one where a blue monkey will charge. If you just keep running and jumping, you will dodge that charging monkey. But I think there's just the one on the first loop of the game. So, really not hard. Yeah, as you can see, this was not challenging. And you may be saying, okay, Brian, so this is no problem, right? And why is my stupid mouse in the screen, you may be saying? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Here's where the game gets tough. Jumping from ball to ball. And if you jump one and land on another, you get a bonus. Just like the bonus for jumping the blue monkey and a regular monkey. And this is probably the toughest one to really get the range of how to move. You want to leave a certain amount of space when you jump, because otherwise you'll land on your crotch. Yeah, when he lands, and this guy, Circus Charlie here, he does some really silly things to himself to hurt himself. Like, okay, see how he jumps with his legs splayed apart? Yeah, if he misses the ball, he doesn't put his legs back down. And I hit 20,000 points, so I got an extra life. Hooray! Here's another one that's just nasty. Wow. Hold on a second. Slow clap. Bravo. Try that again. Now, you can bounce off these numerous times, and each time you bounce, your score doubles. See, 100, 200? But the easiest way to get through this is to do a full all-out right, holding right to get your speed, and when you land, you hold left to slow it right down. It is definitely the easiest way to do this, and this is probably the second hardest game if you try to go really fast or really slow the whole way. So you got to do what you got to do to make sure you survive. We did it! We did it! Hooray! So now we're moving up in the circus world. Now we get to go do the really dangerous stuff. The trapeze. Now, there's 2 ways to do these. Wait till your thing's at the end and let your guy fall. Except that you should fall on the trampoline, otherwise you break open your nutsack, like so. Let's try again. So yeah, you jump off there, you hold right, you grab on. However, it's not always that easy. Because sometimes you got to do the jump like that. Because otherwise, you won't have time. This one, we should have just enough time. Because if we bounce up and hit that other rope first, we go back on the previous rope. Isn't that a pain in the ass? I know. I'm telling you, it is a pain in the ass. But we're making good progress here. It's getting harder. Well, not really getting harder. So far, these ropes have been very kind in how they've been lining up. This one's fast. Wow. See, we had it back here. You got to get on that one, though. There we go. And you have to jump a little early that time. If you wait too long, you just drop straight down. So there you go. That's Circus Charlie in a nutshell. Now, it loops back to the start, and you're saying, oh, well, we've already done this. Yeah, well, check how many more rings are coming. Check the speed of them. Check how many more bonus ones there are. Pretty soon we'll start seeing some double rings. We can start doing some very painful things to our lion. Like so. Watch. Okay. Fine. That didn't work. Uh-oh. Like, for instance, you can burn his face off. That's not cool. What was I thinking? That's just mean. Or you can burn his crotch. Oh, animal abuse is funny, kids. There's the double rings I was talking about. Money! You know, you gotta think that circus performers, if you gave them incentives like that, they'd go out there and do some crazy shit. We're going to make a ring half the size for you and your lion to jump through, but we're putting a money bag in there. We're going to give you a bonus of $100 for each one you go through. Put on a good show for the kiddies and don't burn the lion's face off. Alright, thanks. Face Off. Now, there's a movie that's... It's a movie. Let's just leave it at that. How about that? That sounds like a pleasant way to do business. Yeah. I love the elephant peeking out the curtains at you, kind of like he's worried for his poor buddy, the lion. But no problem. I love how the lion just lets you walk on his back. Now, this is where the game gets ridiculous. Alright? Remember last time how easily I motored through this? Yeah, well, it's not going to be the same this time. We've got monkeys out the yin-yang. And so far you're like, well, Brian, this is no big deal, right? I'm dead. And you land on your nuts. And with that, we are finished. So, join us for the next one tomorrow. In case you can't tell, we're going in alphabetical order.